like I'm on the ball today. I even felt exempted from the law today. It's like this revelation dawned on me. It's so amazing, helps support the cause. I get everyone involved. I feel like I'm on the ball today. I even felt exempted from the law today. It's like this revelation dawned on me. It's so amazing, helps support the cause. I get everyone involved.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Monday.
Great morning. Welcome back to another Nudelberg Daily Huddle. Excited to be here with you guys and get to off the week with you. And in case this is your first time here, I'm Mark Nudelberg.
I'm Steve Nudelberg, and that is not Shay Nudelberg.
No, that's Shay Money, who makes it all happen for us every single day. Great weekend, gentlemen.
Lots of really good stuff going on. Friends, family, having Kai in town is always a highlight for me. But seeing Kai and Jules together, dude, you are one blessed human being.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. It was, it's crazy. It's a 36-hour trip. He lands at 11 o'clock on Friday and then flies out 7 a.m. on Sunday. So we still have all of the normal things going on. And then we just make memories during all that time. So it was cool. He really enjoyed going to Jules's soccer practice and being involved in that. So that was really fun. And then they both wanted to watch football with me on Saturday. So we watched a little bit.
Wait, time out. Was there any football on Saturday? What do you call that? Holy shit.
So it was cool. It was a great weekend. It was just nice to spend time with the boys. So it was great.
Awesome. Yeah. On Friday, we had the pleasure of having Jeff Lassen join us for Huddler in the Hot Seat. Now, Huddler in the Hot Seat, we created, I don't know, a year ago or so.
2 years ago. What do you mean?
2 years ago. And just said, hey, we're going to bring on people to tell their story, share their thoughts. And it is really a phenomenal master's class in learning. I mean, if you go back to the library, which YouTube, has them all done, and you can go into LinkedIn, you just listen to them. The nuggets that people are sharing on a regular basis are pretty amazing. I pulled one just to show you, Jeff just really nailed it on Friday. So talk to me about what it takes to be successful. Everybody thinks they have an idea. Everybody thinks they can be successful in business. What is it that you do? And Howard Gordon, correct. What a story. What are the keys to success from Jeff Lassen's seat?
Oh, man, easy. You got to want it. You got to want it like you want oxygen. And I mean, want it not where you sit on your couch and you tell your wife, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and I want to do. I mean, you got to breathe it. You got to want it. You got to put the time in, the hours in. When I built this, literally, I'm not fluffing. 6 a.m. and I had a small office. I lived in Tamarack at the time and had a small office in Deerfield on Hillsborough 95. I would be at my desk 6 sharp, not getting up at 6, at the desk 6 a.m. And I'd be putting the key in the door between 12 and 12:30, depending on if that midnight last dial I made answered the phone or not. Because I would stop dialing at midnight. But you gotta be willing to bleed out of your eyeballs and really and just outwork the room. But I did that 7 days a week, and I.
Unreal. I mean, I love the concept of you gotta want it. You gotta really make the decision that it's the thing that you want and you're willing to do. I was telling you, I was looking through old pictures with Jules, right, from my coaching career, and a video popped up from one of the pre-games at Lafayette when we were on the road. We're in a hotel ballroom, and I'm running a special teams meeting, and I pointed to a specific matchup on the film, and I was like, look, this guy just decided that he was going to win this rep. That's all he did. He didn't do anything special. He made the decision in his mind that he was going to win that rep, and then played with his technique to win it. And just goes back to the point, you just have to make the decision. You got to decide to get up. You got to decide to go to the gym. You got to decide to put the donut down. You got to decide to hit post on LinkedIn. You got to decide to reach out to somebody. You just have to make the decision to do it.
You make that sound easy. that's the biggest struggle that people have is themselves. Is so
It's not easy, but it is simple.
It is
right?
very simple. And listen, when you look at a guy like him and he goes, "You got to bleed out of your eyeballs." I mean, those kind of comments, those nuggets. I mean, this guy is like
1,000%.
literally love, because you know what? He holds the bar really high. He sets the pace. We talk about this, the rabbits. I don't know if people used to go to dog races, but you used to have the rabbit that would run around. You're responsible for setting the tone because the people around you jive on that. The huddle is that rabbit. The huddle is, we're willing to do this 1,010 times now, or
right?
Whatever. So
1,004.
1,004. Really? Okay.
Yeah. Love
How's that possible?
Check.
How's that possible?
Tuesday was 1,000.
Right. Right. It was 3 days. Right.
Where you been?
Is Shay making fun of me?
I love it.
Is that happening on the show? This guy's.
Hey, let's wake it up.
I love it. Shay, run the board. Let's go. Wake this thing up.
So
Jeff
a couple of
this morning saying good morning to us. What's up, Jeff? Unbelievable job on Friday. Thanks for being such a great huddler in the hot.
Is he here? Oh, there he is, man. Cool.
Hold on. So I got a question for you because this is a good topic, right? Because it was on there to talk about the bad football, which both the University of Florida and Florida State are unbelievable exhibits of bad football. But so Jeff Lassen says on Friday, you got to want it, right? Do you think that it's a lack of want from either head coach for those programs, the reason that they're so unsuccessful? Probably not, I would assume.
Well, if it is, that's a tragic miss.
Sure.
So, but I think they're misguided in terms of what the resources are, what their capabilities are. You can want to be, win the beauty pageant, but you're not beautiful.
It comes down to decision making, right? Like, I think both of them have a desire to be successful, but neither of them, I think, are making the decisions, and not for lack of trying, probably, but it comes down to who are you listening to? Who are you getting guidance from? Who are you setting the standard from? Because both of them are flailing. I mean, just floundering as programs, and it's really interesting to watch.
Yeah, well, they're already talking about blowing him out. In Florida,
seems like that's a done deal in Gainesville.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody at Florida State's got.
I don't think he makes it the year. I don't think he makes it the year. So we talk about this show going global. John Wensveen coming to us from Strasbourg, France.
Nice John, great to see you.
Now that might be a permanent residence for John.
John, I think he's made the jump.
Careers,
overseas.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if that's a forever thing, but we just got back from France. We were in Paris. A big fan. So as we do every single day, we start the day by feeding the biggest muscle, which is our brain. We call it a daily affirmation. Mark, this is a beauty. Could you give it to us?
The change you are looking for in your life starts with you. Your life will only start to change once you decide to change first. If you want something different, you need to become something different. Amen.
So
starts with you.
Yeah. I have people that say to me often, they go, dude, I've never seen anybody recreate themselves more than you. And I never looked at it as recreating. I looked at it as, you got to do what you got to do, whatever it takes. As it changes, I'm going to change. I'm going to do it. And, so
lifelong learner, right? Like I told you, I was spending time with Kai on Friday. You bought him a Lego set from London. That was a 2-hour excursion. So much fun. Thanks for that. But while we were building the London Lego, we had the Pat McAfee show on Friday, and who is a guest on the show consistently now is Coach Saban. And Coach Saban talked about the reason for his success was that he had a desire to keep learning. And there was actually a line that I'm going to pull and I'm going to use in my presentation on Wednesday for the Newcastle Hotel Group, which was when the offenses started to change, he goes, I realized we had to change because we weren't taking advantage of the rules. And I was like, oh, what a no-brainer for salespeople. You're not taking advantage of the rules. The rules changed decades ago when access to people changed, when social media gave you the ability to get in front of anybody, anytime, anywhere, and you're not taking advantage of the rules. And what an unbelievable statement from Coach Saban and his ability to continue to learn and change to, hey, are you taking advantage of the rules?
By the way, he dropped gems while he was a coach. Now, even more. I mean,
every time he's in front of the mic, it's gold.
It's glowing. It's like, what is he going to say now? Because he has he's not tied to his own program anymore. Now it's just, hey, it's a free for all, So some great stuff. Speaking of great stuff, great individuals, stuff happens every day that you do not hear about. And my group at Amarant last week, I asked how many people watch the news in the morning, and they were all really proud that they watched the news. And I was like, there's nothing good happening on the news. If the world ends, you'll know. I promise you. You don't need the news to do that. But I do scour the news to find good stuff. And wouldn't you know, Bon Jovi gave us that good news. Give me Bon Jovi.
Tuesday night, John was shooting a music video right here when he noticed a woman in distress and took action. You can see the woman standing on the edge of the John Siegenthaler pedestrian bridge over the Cumberland River. John walks away from the video shoot, gently approaching the struggling woman with another female bystander. They have a short conversation where the police say he persuaded her to come off the ledge. He even helps her to safety. And then an emotional hug with the music superstar.
Wow. Wow.
What?
Why is that not blasted all over the world?
Headline news. Breaking news. Hello. This guy who, it's not going to change his life, or maybe it does, So I loved that he did that. I've been a Bon Jovi fan of him as a human being, him as a parent, a friend, just really. So then, he comes around and does stuff like that. We've been on that bridge. That's the bridge that goes over when you go into the stadium. The Nissan Stadium, that pedestrian bridge. I've run that bridge every time I'm in Nashville. Anyway, that leads us to motivational music, because wouldn't you know, they said, he's producing new music, and this new song is with a group called War and Treaty, which I texted you yesterday. I'm out of my mind.
Yeah. And I knew about War and Treaty because they opened up for Zach Bryan, number one, and they have a song, Hey Driver, with Zach Bryan that's off the charts. Unbelievable.
Right. So this is, check this one out. This is The People's House, which is what we're building.
Come in and leave your mind open. It's time we let love in. Mother, Father, I am broken, barely breathing, but I'm hoping there's forgiveness for my sin. I had a dream last night, and in that dream I lost my sight. Life left me deaf, dumb, and blind. Woke up to realize we're still asleep with
I feel like I'm in church, man. That is like, wow. And the words, come with an open mind, open it up, man. So many people are just closed off and not allowing new stuff to breathe.
Melissa Graves, the band's name is War and Treaty. And so when we saw them open up for Zach Bryan, like, place is empty. I mean, empty, right? There's probably like 50 people in front of the stage, and they're jamming and playing, and it's him and his wife. They're the duo on stage, and they're having a blast together, and they had such great energy, and then they had to leave. So I assumed that we were going to get to see Hey Driver because he was there. They had to leave when Zach Bryan came on, so we didn't get to see Hey Driver because he wasn't around anymore. I was so bummed.
But if you go deep, as I normally do, into War and Treaty, they are the second coming of Ashford and Simpson, and
right.
They're just a great duet. Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell. I mean,
they were a fun band to watch together.
Very, very, very cool. So I have a question for you today. It comes to LinkedIn etiquette. I took a road. I don't know if I took the right road, but I showed it to you.
When I saw this come through in the file yesterday, I was dying laughing.
Okay. So I put out a post. Shay, show the post, right? Which I'm trying to help people out. I'm saying it is what it is one of my favorite lines. Why is that? Well, people would come to me and they go, hey, boss, man, I'm one deal away from my bonus. Can I get the bonus? I go, no. What do you mean, no? You didn't get the bonus. You didn't get there. The point of having it is to get there. When you had a player that said, hey, I got to the goal line. No, you got to get in you got to score.
Florida State waking up 0-3 today. It is what it is. Like, you're not 3-0, guys. No. Like, there's a reality to be dealt with here, and you got to deal with that reality in order to be able to progress forward from it. So it's something we've always said, and I was raised on with you. So it's great. I get it.
And all it is a reality check to me. It was very positive.
All you did was you shared your perspective on a phrase, and you explained to people what it meant to you, which is a great way to share content and to share who you are on social media.
Okay. So then, and it gets great traction. So then I won't mention this guy's name. I don't know him. I'm not connected to him. So somehow somebody who viewed it, he saw it, and he chose this forum, this weak piece of garbage, to fucking say that what I said is weak and a scapegoat. I mean, I gotta read this. The meaning behind the phrase "it is what it is" really saying that we are unable to change our circumstances. This is a very destructive mindset to have. Dude, you don't even know me and you're calling me out. This is the forum. You chose to call me out. Give me your thoughts.
So he had a differing opinion, right? He thinks that the saying is weak. He thinks that the saying is a victim mentality. And to be fair, somebody who goes, oh, well, it just is what it is, and they don't do anything about trying to change it, that is a weak stance. So it could be used that way. So he chose to challenge you and gave his perspective on what he thinks about the comment. Now, I would tell you that's what social media is. It's an opportunity to share your perspective. Your perspective may be very different than somebody else's perspective, and it's your place to share it. Now, I would say the way you came back to them was great. It was a great response. You didn't get mean about it. You guys challenged each other in what I thought was a very healthy way. Now,
so here's my point. I'm sorry. Go.
So what I would say is the way his words came through, they were very negative.
Right.
And for me, why would you choose to take a negative stance on it? He could have celebrated you and said, hey, Steve, this is a great perspective on a term that often gets used as a scapegoat for people. That would have completely changed the narrative in the conversation. And he still would have done what he was trying to do, was show the other side of the conversation. So he chose a negative stance, which should never be the way to go.
Which you don't know me.
Right.
You didn't take the time to look at anything other than that one sentence. I don't think that gives you the right to jump into my conversation, right, and give your opinion. I don't think so. I don't do that. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. That's a rule that lives from old school to new school. Why say it? Well, what are you, grandstanding? So I said to him, I find it odd that we don't know each other and are not connected on this platform. Yet this is where you're choosing to take a contrarian view that has worked for me for many years. It works for me to this day. I taught you. I teach all of my clients. Now, you don't have to believe everything I said. Nowhere in my message did I say that you have to agree. Only that in my experience, this mindset has been effective. My view, And I said, we would never endorse a victim mentality or a scapegoat, as you suggested. In addition, had you taken the time to reach out and discuss with me, you would see that our principles are all based on consistency, discipline, accountability, which flies in the face of your comments.
So I would tell you that this is just the reality of social media, is when you choose to put yourself out there, you are opening yourself up to anybody and everybody having the freedom to say what they feel is correct. Now, I celebrate you because you didn't just allow it to sit there. You chose to respond, and you chose to respond in a positive and constructive way. A lot of people just get into bickering in the comments, which is a waste of time.
Yeah.
Right. Like I would love for everybody to go into social media and say, hey, I'm going to take a very constructive, positive view, and I'm going to try to work and grow. That's not the reality of the world. It's not the reality of human beings.
So I said to him, this is how I closed. It is clear that this phrase doesn't work for you. I never tell somebody you got to do it my way.
Correct.
Do it your way. I was with Juan from Emerant, and he was great. He goes, listen, the minute you come up with a better plan than me, I'm listening. Until it's better than what I'm doing. So I said to him, how about taking this time and this space to just share what works for you?
Right.
He did not do that.
Right.
He
Correct.
did not do that. All he
Correct.
decided to do was throw shit at my stuff,
Right.
which I thought it was a lot of nerve. Now, I went, listen. I went to the gyration.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
Listen to me. I went from, I'm going to delete this motherfucker. The nerve of this guy. So,
Right. Which
I thought you would get a kick out of it.
Yeah, it's hilarious. It's fantastic. And the whole point should be to be able the strength to put yourself out there, knowing that you are doing it in a way that is to help others and not allow negative people to distract you or to make you emotional or to take you off of your course is the key. So good for you. Even though you got angry, you didn't respond angry. Good for you.
You know why? It is what it is.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. You will be back tomorrow with Lori for another Nudelberg Daily Huddle. Remember, if you guys enjoy the content or if you are looking to get help and you want to get 1% better every day, just reach out to us or go to ontheball.co. Thank you guys. Have a wonderful Monday. We'll see you tomorrow. Let's get down to business.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down.